invites us to be like Christ, to emulate his attributes, to follow his example. Sound advice, which the wise will always heed. For doing so always draws us closer to God, which is what life is really all about. And it's true, Holy Scripture really does work this way. We can read passages and see the many ways in which Christ is the ideal model in what we do and what to not to do. Even if Christ isn't explicitly mentioned in the text, he's still there, being alluded to, but also beckoning us, calling us to him. And today's first reading in the letter to the Hebrews is a wonderful illustration of this. In this passage, we see many of Christ's most beautiful characteristics on full display. Love, his total trust in the Father, fidelity, joy, hospitality, and a proper focus on God. We listen to this passage and we immediately recognize all the ways that Christ is the model exemplar for us to follow. I'll just focus on the first two lines of the reading. Let brotherly love continue, and do not neglect hospitality. Indeed, two things that Jesus did perfectly. He let brotherly love and affection be the standard among his disciples, his family, and his surrounding community. And he sought to build up and maintain this love. But he also welcomed the outsider, the sinner, the broken, the haughty and proud, the sick, the outcasts, those who were too smart for their own good. He spoke with them, ate with them, traveled with them, spent time with them. In every way, he was hospitable, even to the point of giving his own life. And aren't we all called to do the exact same? Not only to open our homes, but open our hearts and let the stranger in. To be vulnerable while spreading love. Risk being hurt. To sacrifice. Be hospitable as Christ is hospitable. And there are so many ways we can do this. But here's the trap into which even the most faithful can sometimes fall. And it's a crucial part of the first reading. Yes, we are called to be like Christ, to model his behavior in every way. But we are fools if we think that we can do that alone. We can't, though we often delude ourselves into thinking we did, that I did that. In reality, our calling to act like Christ is also an invitation to solicit his required help in doing so. Try to go it alone, though, and we not only fail, but we also miss the entire point of our faith, to acknowledge our dependence on him and to demonstrate total and complete trust in him. That we're not really in control might sound scary and can challenge our fragile egos. But the letter today offers reassurance along those lines. It says explicitly, I will never forsake you or abandon you. Thus we may say with confidence, the Lord is my helper, and I will not be afraid. So you see, we are not only called to be like Christ, but told that Christ will be there to assist us in that very trial. Do you believe that this is true? We must, because a faithful and trustworthy hope in that promise is the key to our faith and a crucial point of the first reading. For as we are reminded elsewhere in Scripture and in a beautiful encyclical written by Pope Benedict in 2007, Spe salvi facti sumus, in hope we are saved.